Welcome back to another amazing episode of the Beerful Hat Beerful Hat Podcast. I'm always your lovely host, Victor, with always
Walker, here to go, and boy oh boy, do we have a great current event to talk about today.
Yeah,
Not a great, I guess that's the wrong word, but a big one.
A moment in history where we will forever know where we were, what we were doing at the time.
It's definitely a weird turning point. The death of one person never means a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, but this one kind of signals where the future might be headed, unfortunately. Yeah.
And more if you look on the episode name. Yes, we are talking about Charlie Kirk.
Exactly.
The passing of Charlie Kirk. And he's an influencer for the States that was really big in freedom of speech. As I said, the voice of freedom of speech.
Yeah.
And well, I don't know.
He was a very conservative viewpoint. So he supported MAGA. He supported a lot of Christian morals and values, right? So he was much more on the side of anti-abortion, being more conservative with your sex life and understanding that being an adult means you have consequences. There are things that you need to resign yourself to ensure that not only you have a good life, but your family has a good life, and that everything isn't just about you. And when everybody treats reality like that, they become obsessive, they become narcissistic, they become the things that a lot of people were yelling at him that he was. Oh, you're a fascist, you're a narcissist, you're lacking perception. He's like, no, these are the genuine. If you watch any of his debates, a lot of the time he pulls up genuine statistics. There's a reason these traditions have followed through multiple different religions, like abstinence and practicing more of a secure or secluded lifestyle, in the sense that you're not giving into the 7 deadly sins conventionally, where you're greedy, you're lusty, you're envious, you're a lot more self-absorbed in a sense.
And he has said, don't get us wrong, we don't know the guy personally. We've never been to any of his, because he's mostly in the States.
Yeah.
Well, was in the States. It's the fact that I saw a video that he did, and he said, yeah, I was a sinner. And then I gave my life to Jesus, and changed his life drastically.
Yeah.
He was 31. He made the turning point of America by himself in the beginning. And look at it now.
It's grown. It's a big movement, and it's a movement that goes around speaking to kids, not to try and influence them or change their mind or make them want to think one way or another, but instead to challenge the way they think and say, okay, this is the way you think. Try and looking at it from a few other perspectives. Why do you think this way? It was
more to open their mind.
Yes. A quote that I've seen from him, and I've heard various variations of it in his clips, is, I speak to kids to teach them how to think, not what to think.
Yeah.
There is a very important distinction of that. And from my personal experience in school, there is a lot more of being told what to think versus how to think.
And that's the one thing that I'm teaching the kids, is think for yourself.
Yep.
Don't ever have someone tell you, oh, this is what you need to think.
Exactly.
Because me and the wife, yes, we share the same values and stuff, but she has her own way of thinking.
Yep.
She doesn't agree with what I think, and I don't agree with what she thinks.
Yep. And you need to have a bit of a broader perception when it comes to understanding reality, when it comes to understanding other people. You're never just going to be 100% right. And learning what it means to think for yourself, to take in reality instead of just following an ideal mindlessly, is understanding different perspectives, looking at why one thing may be worse than another.
And you also got to remember, the reason why you get mad is because you know you're wrong. And whenever you get mad, always remember the reason why you are mad.
Yep.
Okay, if I'm mad because someone actually proved me wrong, then I have to think about, then let me try to prove them right.
Yeah.
That's what you need to think.
Exactly.
And that's all you need to do.
There's a lot with this whole assassination that just feels outright wrong, given what he was trying to do. He was going to students, he was going to these campuses, and yes, a lot of people were angry with him, but every single time he was either doing it at a rally to speak and not lecture kids, but essentially open their mind, like give his viewpoint while allowing open mic questions to happen.
He legit had an open mic night during the day for hours.
Oh yeah, like that's the more common thing that he did. He would go to campuses of colleges and universities and set up and simply just talk to students. I want to debate you. I want to A, educate you on the facts that he had, or B, listen to what the students had to say. And a lot of the time, there was good, genuine debate. The major clips that you would see blow up all the time, especially from the left, would be the ones where it's people just coming up to the mic and screaming at him and acting like they're somehow doing some sort of valiant service by just hurling insults. And it's like, where's the question? Where's the debate? Are you here just to insult me? And that's often when he'd insult back, and then the left would take clips of that.
But he would assault in a way where it was quick wording.
Yeah, it was quick-witted
in a proper way where it made him seem like an asshole, but not an asshole at the same time if you really listen to him.
Yep. Because there's a lot more wisdom with what he's saying, because like he's not super old. Like you said, he's 31, or he was 31.
He was a year older than me.
Well, it's like a super young guy, and like again has been conservative most of his life, but he was very self-aware when compared to a lot of these people, and that's what he's trying to preach. He's like, be a little more aware of why you feel this way. And I know I get angry a lot of the time, and if I step back, it's like, oh, I'm angry because I feel envy. That is like one of the biggest things that hits me.
And the thing is like he's being at conferences all the time, like, and telling people, if you want to learn the Word of God, go to someone that truly preaches it.
Yep. Not someone with a hidden agenda, not someone who's trying to get you to do something. Someone who's willing to teach you about morality.
He's legit telling you, oh, just because you go to church every Sunday, at a church that you go to, doesn't mean they are truly speaking the Word of God.
Yeah.
He's legit calling out churches as well.
Yep. Oh, because a lot of the time, like, in America too, like, you have huge Christian churches which are essentially cults. It's people getting drawn in, like,
guy that looks like a demon?
Yep.
Oh my god.
It's a hard line to walk, but at the same time, no religion is perfect. I think he plays the good side of Christianity, where he's not trying to force people down that religious path, but he's saying, here's why this works. Here's why different policies and perspectives of Christianity work. Here's why they've been established.
Before we continue, Walker, we are drinking Pepsi today.
Yes, but we actually have cans.
Yes, so.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh god, I had like 4 beers last night at baseball at the end of it. Oh my god.
You feeling good and sloshed by the end of the night?
Oh no, it was only 4 beers.
Okay.
I didn't because like last year, like rant, like a couple of years when I play baseball, I usually get fucking hammered.
Oh, okay. Yep.
But I wasn't. Vicky wasn't there, so I kind of had to behave, and I just wanted to stay there for a bit because the Pats game was going on last night, so I didn't do much. But yeah. I was there. I liked the conversations we were all having and all that. It just felt weird without Vicky there.
Yeah. Gotta have your gal.
Yeah, and like, yeah. But going back, like, this episode's going to, oh wow, kind of be, for me, I think it's going to be a little bit more, a little emotional, because like,
it's sad that such an event could occur. Like, we've seen, like, we were talking a bit before, that there's been 2 assassination attempts of what we would say major political figures that are encouraging freedom of speech.
But it's weird because everybody expects a political figure to at least once in their lifetime to get shot at.
Yeah.
Because it's politics. Like, people want to fucking kill him all the time.
Yeah.
But when it happens to a guy that, yes, he's
an influencer. He's very active in what he's saying. Yeah.
He's active in the political area, but he's not political.
He's not a politician himself. He's not profiting to insane margins like a lot of these politicians are as well. He's not a rich CEO. He's someone who's kind of doing it more as a non-profit.
I heard that when big donations goes to him, he always rejects them.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because it's just the moral. Like, why would I want to do this for myself? And like, cause I might be wrong.
Yeah.
But I heard that like he would like often refuse big donors because when it comes to big donors, what I believe is like, oh, I gave you this much money, you gotta go do this for me though.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the time, like, donors will treat their donations like a bribe and then turn around after the fact.
Yeah, and that's what he didn't want, because
Mm-hmm.
bribery is basically one of the deadly sins.
Yep.
Greed.
Yep.
And
You're selling out your morals, and that's not someone he was trying to be.
And if you watched any of his videos, or his podcast videos,
Mm-hmm.
and his podcast, because I listen to a couple.
Yep.
Not a lot, because like they're like every fucking day, and I have no time every day to listen to an hour worth of fucking shit.
Exactly.
But it's from watching his videos and watching him go around, and to me personally, he seemed like a good dude.
Mm-hmm. It's and not one that's completely unintelligent either. He's very well read, even though he didn't go to college or university, but he's well read. He knows his facts.
Okay, so
he actually goes into a lot of like economical and statistical actual data that he's researched and has copies of. Like, he knows what he's talking about, even though he's not a super genius by any margin.
He didn't go to college, or did he drop out of college?
I think he dropped out of college, but he openly admits that he did not go through with an education because, kind of like myself, I saw education as kind of like a bit of mediocrity. He calls a lot of education scams because you're not learning a lot there. And I kind of mirror that viewpoint where it's like when you're there, you're kind of being told to memorize this, learn this, learn this, learn this. You're not being told what it means to learn and how to build a critical thinking process.
I love it because it was one of the videos I watched, and the guy can go, "Oh, Charlie, you're telling these students that college is a scam. How about you say that again?" And he legit picked up the knife. Yes, I believe that college is a scam.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "I believe."
Yep.
He didn't say you guys should believe. He said, "I believe college is a scam."
And then he backs it up with the same point I essentially made, where he's backing it up with his own bit of experience with the numbers and the types of people that are coming out of universities and colleges, and a lot more of them are kind of like a woke sheep mob. They're dedicating almost 4 years of their lives in many cases and putting themselves thousands and thousands of dollars in debt only to come out at a deficit. So they're constantly in debt to a bank, they're in debt to a government, and these people think they're free, but they're going to be locked into these debt patterns for years.
And what comes with debt is interest.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get into what happens when or who controls the banks.
Yes, because
we've already done it. We already done that. And if you listen to our "What's the Truth About Hitler's" episode, we delved into that conversation.
Yep.
But the thing is that when Charlie talks, he let people say their side. The one thing I liked about the guy is that he wanted to hear your point of view first before he said his.
Well, that's it. Like, it's the whole point of why he would set up on campuses. He wants the students to come forward and say their piece. Whether they're angry or whether it's like a little more solidifying, he wants them to ask questions so that he might be able to respond and have a healthy debate. And it's, like I said before, the only times where he gets attacky or interruptive is when it's these students coming up and just screaming and attacking him with no question, no idea of object morality. They just run up and point fingers, say, "No, you're bad for this, you're bad for this, you're bad for this." Or making blatant accusations, like a lot of people will call him fascist. And he's like, "Okay, you called me a fascist. Why do you think I'm a fascist?" And
they had no idea.
They have no answer. They're just like, "Oh, because of what you do. You come to campuses and you treat people like shit." It's like, how do I treat people like shit? I'm having a debate with people. It is open for people who want to come and talk to me.
And they would say, "Well, because you put hate speech in people's brains." It's like, no, I come here to speak what I believe in, and I let you guys have the chance to say what you guys think.
Exactly. And it's supposed to be a debate. Every single booth that he has up has the sign that says "Prove me wrong," because he genuinely wants a real debate.
It's basically change my mind.
Which is fair. It is a good setup that he's going. The whole point of what he's doing is to challenge students and younger people to critically think, because a lot of people get stuck behind screens in this generation. It's so much easier to follow subliminal messaging and kind of just think things are one way because that's what you're constantly being fed, instead of turning around and actually looking for the facts, looking for the data, and understanding what reality actually is.
I saw a video on Instagram, and they proved a very good point. And the thing is that we, throughout the generations, we've been, with movies, TV shows, and the news, we've been so graded down on death, tragedy, like wars, that when it's new, it's like, oh, it's okay, we've already seen this before. We've got to a point in society where when we see something like this, like the war what's happening right now in Gaza.
Oh yeah, Israel-Palestine, which is a whole nother level of out of control, but
it's like that. Oh, it's just another fucking war. It's not another war. If you really think about it, it's not another war. No, I'm not going to get into it because, for one, it's another fucking episode we can do because it's complete bullshit.
And we've talked about it a little bit before, like when it first started happening, but like there's so much more that's coming out, and it's, again, kind of related to the fact that, we're going to say it, I'm going to say it, at least a large amount of Jewish individuals are in the 1%.
Yep.
And it's largely dominated by Jewish individuals, and they control the banks. So the Rothschilds are the ones that own like some of the major world banks, or
I think they own all the world banks.
Okay, so like it's a hard point to fight when it's okay. All of these world banks are Jewish owned. That's why all these different countries are invested in keeping Israel upright in this essentially terrorist attack from Palestine. But it's not from Palestine, it's from Hamas.
Oh, where's my fucking phone?
Which is an extremist group, and like at a certain point it feels like Israel is pulling things behind the scenes so they could do a whole extinction.
Did I not fucking...
You did pull up a video earlier, essentially talking about the new mandates and things of what's going to be happening in Israel, and how they're essentially looking to do a live genocide of Palestine, go in and just wipe out all the Hamas, which feels like an open excuse to go in and cull a bunch of Palestinians.
It was a post from Putin himself, from Russia, saying if Russia ever did what they are doing to Gaza, NATO would have no hesitation to go at their fucking gate.
Yep. Oh, and that's it. It's a very clear divide between like how different countries are being treated. Even though Israel isn't a part of NATO, NATO is so absolutely dedicated to helping them out.
So, 20 minutes in. So, on September 10th.
Hello there, I am Victor from the Beer Floor Hat Podcast. Are you having troubles of picking out gifts that you want something to mean something? But I have a thing for you. I partner up with somebody at work, and his website and Instagram page is called It's Right Here. He does vinyl design, wood jewelry, which is pretty cool, and keepsakes. Keepsakes like Christmas stuff, stocking stuffers, birthday things, whatever you think. He's done a few things for me, and they are amazing. You guys need to go check him out. I'll send a description below. But let him know that the Beer Floor Hat Podcast sent you there. So in other words, let him know to stay frosty.
2025. Last week, a few days ago, the fatal shot that took Charlie Kirk. Walker has a really good explanation because he knows the science.
I know a little bit about the shot and what happened.
So there. I'm going to say my thing because before we get started, because we were talking about this whole thing before we started the episode, and like it's one of those things where like, okay, we just got to start it.
Yeah, we just got to start the episode because we'll burn through our material.
Yeah. So I said to Walker that how does a 22-year-old, and I'm going to say this, I didn't say it before, how does a 22-year-old know how fast the wind's going, what directory to go at the certain point to get the right location in the jugular to where he can take a final shot where he can have blood spurt in a second. Before I get Walker's point, because I love when Walker does the science about it, the thing is that there's two guys behind Charlie. A guy in a white shirt and a hat, and his bodyguard. Okay? his fucking bodyguard.
Yeah.
The same bodyguard Trump had.
What? No way.
People are trying to put two to two together. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
No, because Charlie Kirk had his own security detail.
That's what I think.
Trump actually had security service or secret service. So
people are trying to put two together, but I don't believe it. So the thing is, what I'm going to say, that the guy, he had a phone. So take your phone and like how they have it on video, like facing outward, so you have your screen to.
Yeah.
The guy goes like this, touches his hat.
Okay.
So in other words, people use that in baseball.
Okay, the thing is like a signal, kind of like
but they also use it in the military.
Okay.
So I saw this on a video, and the sign is for sniper, to let the sniper know something.
Okay.
And then the video, I'm not saying it's true. It's just a speculation of a conspiracy theory, because this is a conspiracy theory podcast.
Yeah.
The theory is that he warned the sniper to get ready.
Yep.
And when his bodyguard, he lifted up his arm and went like this, touched under his elbow, and then his bicep. And
That's
then
odd.
down. And then the shot took place. Because when he touched here, that means suspect.
So he might have been in that case, he might have been like signaling the own security team, where he might have seen like a glint and thought, okay, there's a sniper on the roof, suspect, go check it out. Like that, to me, that's what that is reading if he was a part of the security detail.
But the thing is, like, because it was like about like I don't know how, because there's videos out there like 5, 10, 15 minutes before the shot of people videotaping a guy on a roof. And no one said jack shit.
People saw someone running around on a roof and
thought,
you know what, that's fine, it's okay.
Exactly. So I'm not saying it's true, I'm not saying it's false. I'm just saying it's a theory that's out there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the symbols, the arm gestures are right. I'm just saying what I saw in a video, which makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
The way I see it.
Yep. No,
Walker, take it away with science.
I was going to say, so yeah, when it comes to the actual shot, like, being shot in the neck, like, it's a smaller target. Anything, a lot of the time, like, police, military, you'll always be trained to aim for center of mass. So that's typically shoulders to waist, because that's where you're going to hit more organs, that's where you're going to get more lethal shots, that's where you're going to get more immediate reaction. It's a lot harder to hit a headshot because it's a smaller target, as well as the neck. What the FBI is saying, though, from the sniper's decision, he was approximately 200 yards away from Charlie Kirk on stage. To put that in perspective, 200 yards is about 180 meters. Depending on how people might want to look at it, it's not very far. It really isn't. That's maybe a block or two long. So if like we were to stand maybe at the stop sign just outside here, look down the street, that's about 200 meters to the next intersection.
That's close as fuck, because when the shot rang, you heard the shot and then got hit.
Yes.
It was fast.
So in that instance, speed of sound will be faster than the bullet because you're at a much closer range, right? It's harder to explain it, because as the FBI have found, like, they found what the weapon was, they found the casings, like, they found where he ditched the weapon. It's a single bolt action rifle, so again, a long arm, which is designed to shoot targets at a very long distance. Yep. And again, 200 meters or 180 meters, 200 yards isn't that long a distance. So for a long arm rifle, a 200-yard shot isn't that bad. I guess here's another good example. You go to a driving range, you see the markers out in the field. Those are always measured in yards. So 250 yards, like 500 yards. A lot of people can make a drive that far. So if you've ever gone golfing, or if you've ever seen these ranges, it's not a long distance, especially with a long arm. If it has a scope, which it did, you're going to be able to hit that a lot easier. And when you're that close to a target, wind resistance is going to play in a bit, but not so much that it's going to direct a bullet entirely off course. It's likely this guy was aiming for a headshot, didn't account for a bullet drop off or the wind, and it came down and hit him in the neck instead, which was still a lethal shot because it hit his carotid artery and caused him to bleed out within a few minutes. But at the same time, it makes it a lot more likely that that shot was hit, especially because the shooter was on a roof and effectively aiming down. Like you were saying before, he's a 22-year-old with very little shooting experience, too. His family, I've seen a little bit about as well. They lived in Washington, Utah, which Washington is the name of the city in Utah, apparently, or a city or a town. But he lived with his...
Washington City.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he
has the White House in it.
Oh, nice. What?
Yeah, Washington.
Oh my God! Yeah, I guess I didn't really think of that. Yeah. I thought Utah was the state though. In Washington, maybe I'm confused. Either way.
I don't know. We're not geography fucking geniuses.
I know we're not geography geniuses. It's fine. We don't live in the States. We just talk about it. But his family was from Washington, Utah, the same area as the university, because the university shooting happened on, I believe, a Utah college campus.
Yeah.
I don't know which one specifically, but it was in Utah. It was coincidentally the same university that he was accepted into in 2021 and got a scholarship for, but he dropped out after one semester, but we can go into that a bit later. So essentially, from the roof, you're aiming down. It's much more likely at 200 yards, you're not going to miss with a long arm, single bolt in action. And he hit his first shot, and that's when you see all the FBI footage of him fleeing across the roof. You see him climb down and hop off the roof. From there, he went to a forest and ditched his gun as well as ammunition, and it was found within the first 24 hours.
So, that being said, they have footage of him running.
Yep. Across the roof after the shot was made.
Across the roof after the shot was made.
Yep.
So, does that mean the FBI knew he was there the whole fucking time?
I don't think they knew he was there, but after the shot rang out, they immediately started looking through CCTV cameras on the campus because if you've ever been to a university or college, they put cameras fucking everywhere. They do not want any liability if shit like this happens.
Or is it a part of the deep state plan to record everybody?
Yeah, that seems more likely as well, because facial recognition getting better and better, it's horrifying.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, so there was multiple camera angles of him fleeing the scene. The one big one was literally in the seconds following the shot of him running across the roof, jumping off the roof, fleeing to like a local forest, and then crossing the campus still. And you see all kinds of different shots of him. He's wearing the same gray hat, like a kind of American T-shirt with like gray Converse. And
they were saying that he was like wearing all Trump supporter stuff.
Yes, so that's another big thing. If you follow a lot of liberal news sources, they use edited footage where he's wearing MAGA gear or he's wearing like a shirt that says Trump across it. But if you look at the original FBI photos when they were first released and the original video footage, he has an American flag, but it's like a more dark red shirt and not the classic MAGA color. He's not wearing a bunch of Trump merchandise. So it seems like the left is trying to kind of paint him as more of an aggressive conservative, which makes his attack on Charlie Kirk more questionable to begin with. And it's like, why are you trying to paint it like he's a conservative attacking another conservative?
Oh, fuck. I lost what I was going to say. I honestly thought lost what I was going to say. It was a really good fucking point, too.
I'm sorry.
No worries. Well, I'll probably think about it later.
I'll say, okay, one more thing about his family in Utah. They were hunters, so they have multiple different heads of like animal and caribou mounts around their home. So he has I imagine he's got a little bit of hunting experience, and that's probably somehow how he got the rifle, or it's linked to that, I imagine. He had also apparently visited a military recruitment base at one point when he was younger.
So, saying that, his father is a 27-year-old veteran.
Really? Okay. Goddamn. He was in the military for 27 years. Okay. He's not 27 years old.
No. He was in the military for some 27 years.
Okay.
But I was watching, that Bill guy, that old guy.
I don't know. Bill Burr? No. Not Bill Burr.
He played in like a Family Guy with Brian talking about his book.
Bill Murray?
No. I was looking up Mexican last names because I was playing wrestling. Where is he? Nighttime host.
I have no idea. I don't watch a lot of nighttime stuff, so
I'll just look it up on fucking Amazon. So I know it's there. But he was talking to Ben Shapiro, which I'm going to get into.
Okay.
So if you have any other stuff to look into, I'm just going to look this up.
Okay. While you're looking that up, I'll just go over a few more things. So his he got a scholarship in 2021 to the Utah State University that Charlie had been speaking at. So 3 years ago, he got a scholarship. He was accepted in. He was going to go. He went for one semester and dropped out after that. From what I've seen, they haven't disclosed why he dropped out of school. Probably just the usual, didn't feel he was cut out for it, or just maybe he wasn't doing super great. Even though he graduated top of his class kind of in high school, he had a 4.0 GPA and was doing very well intellectually. A lot of people were saying, including his family, that he was someone who had potential and at a certain point might not have felt like he was meeting it after he dropped out and got into a depressive episode. And a lot of these psychotherapists that you see, like, talking about his motives and going over why he might have done this, essentially reference the same sort of delusions that Lee Harvey Oswald had in the JFK shootings, where he thought he should have been something better. He thought he should be somewhere more successful, and this was his way of kind of standing out. This is his martyr moment where he felt he was deluded and needed a grand statement.
The real time with Bill Maher.
Okay.
Bill Maher.
Yep.
So he talked to Ben Shapiro, and he, I'm not going to get into it just yet.
Okay. No, go ahead. That was pretty much my point there. Yeah, but he talked to Ben Shapiro.
He was stating that, because Ben Shapiro was talking about it. I don't think I saved the video, but he was saying that, he was part of his dad was part of the sheriff's department.
Okay.
Lie. This fact, lie. This fact, lie. Because Ben Shapiro was trying to say, this is all true. Like, no, we do not know the truth yet.
Yeah.
Because we're not getting everything right now.
Mm-hmm. And the FBI was still investigating. They were still actively pulling information.
But Ben Shapiro is saying it's all true.
So Ben Shapiro was quick to paint some sort of additional picture, which, again, another conservative, but very Jewish as well.
But that's where, at the end of the episode, where I'm going to go into some detail that I think what's going on after the fact of everything happening.
Mm-hmm. So I guess the biggest part of why this feels super damning is because he wasn't necessarily a politician. He wasn't a CEO. He wasn't making all kinds of money off it. He was doing it for the people. He was trying to inform them and spark genuine debate and not hostility, right?
Yeah. And the one thing I will say right now is that when me and Walker talk about certain topics, we always say we want to respect those who respect us.
Mm-hmm.
So, that being said, if you fucking celebrated this dude's death, fucking wrong on you. There's so many people celebrating this, and it's fucking sickening.
Because the people that are celebrating are likely the ones that fell for these YouTube clips, or these clips where he's taken out of context to make look like he's the bad guy, when he's usually just clapping back against people who are just running at him, being aggressive outright, and not actually trying to have a debate. It's a lot of people looking at him and saying, no, he's a villain because he doesn't support abortion, or he's a villain because he doesn't support women's rights. And it's like, no, you're missing a lot of the actual point of what he's doing and generalizing it to immediately saying who he's a villain, therefore I'm right. So, and it's this mentality that's making it more dangerous for impressionable youth who say, this guy's a villain, I'm going to become a hero and do something absolutely absurd like go and cause an assassination. It's just unheard of, especially when it's essentially an influencer. Imagine any other influencers or any of the left being even taken a shot at.
So what kills me is what got me super pissed off and I legit started crying when I heard this, and I was watching a video and when the wife told me this.
Yeah.
So his wife and his daughter were there.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Genuine, so they get to see him die in real time, which... So,
his wife, I feel sorry for her.
Oh, 100%.
She's going through hell right now. Mm-hmm. And, my thoughts go to her because, for one, the one thing that really pissed me off is, and what Vicky told me, I'm getting fucking emotional right now, is that when the shot went off, Walker could probably see tears.
Yeah, you're getting there.
His daughter ran to him when he got shot.
Oh gosh!
Because she was scared.
Yeah, I can.
I'm getting goosebumps. See, look.
Yeah, no, you got it.
it's because it's the dad in me that I'm so frustrated and angry, and I do not want my kids to feel like that, and it's
the part that makes it even more damning is that he really did care for his family. He cared for his wife, he cared for his daughter, and he would openly talk well of both of them.
Yeah.
There was no whole underlying, like, he's a masochist and hurts us behind the scenes. Like, that very action shows that they loved their fucking dad. They loved the fact that he was confident and not doing it to be a belittling asshole, but do it to help people, to help the country actually think.
He did. I have a very strong feeling he did what he did because he wants a better future for his kids
and that's it.
Everybody else's kids. And the thing is, like, seeing all these videos of like him debating, and then seeing videos of him walking with his family and like taking his daughter to the store to pick out a fucking baby doll.
Yeah,
is the most heartwarming thing ever. Because like I go to Walmart, I get my daughter things. I'm starting to get all these things like wrestlers and stuff, and like sooner or later I'm gonna get Nova stuff.
Well, and that's it. It's small actions and that time you spend with your family, the genuine connection that liberals just don't seem to get. There's the whole, or just maybe not liberals in general, but like
we will say this: there are liberals out there that do listen to the other side.
Yes.
We're not saying all liberals are bad. We're not saying all conservatives are bad. Everybody has the right to say their opinions, and that's what Charlie Kirk did. He wanted to hear your opinion. He wanted to hear what your side was, and he would just, you know what, this is what I'm going to say, and this is what my facts is.
And a lot of the time, he would, a little bit of attack debating, where it's like you make a point, and then he would respond with it with a question. It's like, okay, if you feel this way, do you think this way because of this? And then a lot of the time you'd catch these students off guard. They'd sputter, and then it would go to more of an attacking side where it's like, oh, well, no, well, you think this way, so you're just wrong. And it's like, okay, well, I think this way because of this, and this. It seems like you want to do it, and then more often than not, that's when people say he was hate-mongering, where it's like, no, he's calling out genuine points. He's doing what a more structured debate should be.
So I'm gonna say this. I will say this right now on the podcast for everybody to hear around the world, because we've been getting a small following around the world.
Yes.
So the wife likes some points that he says.
Yep.
The one big point she doesn't like when he talks about it is abortion.
Yes, it's genuinely a tough one. But
it's a tough one. So me and her disagree on it. But I'm not going to turn around and say, well, I'm married to you, so I don't give a fuck what you think. No, I listen to her side, and then she listens to my side.
And you know, the fact that you guys are actually listening and making a discussion instead of saying, no, I'm right, walking away angry about it, is the big difference in what it means to actually have that talk.
So, and before I forget about it, I took a screenshot of this, and I was talking to Walker about this. It's The Rock's daughter. She hosts the NXT wrestling part of the WWE.
Okay.
So she made a comment on Instagram, and it says, if you want people to talk, have kind words about you past, you should say kind words while you're alive. So in other words, she's not.
She was saying that in response to Charlie Kirk's death.
But she's not saying, "Oh, like I'm glad you're dead." She's not saying, "Oh."
Okay, it's still recording.
We're still recording. Okay.
I think maybe the phone over the battery.
Oh no! It shuts down after every 5 hours. So I've had it on for a while. So yeah, I was just saying that like she's doubled down on her thing, and she's not backing down. And you know what? She has the right for that opinion.
Yep. If she believes he didn't say nice things when he was alive, she doesn't have to say nice things about when he died.
But she's doing it in a way that's respectful.
She's openly stating, like, no, I don't have to support him. I don't have to say nice things about him. But she's not openly spiting him. She's not openly celebrating the fact that he died. There is a difference between, yeah, you know what, I don't care that he died, versus, yay, you public speaker is dead, let's go radical terrorism, let's start killing more people.
And apparently she's getting backlash, and me as a wrestling fan, okay, I don't care.
Yep.
That's her thought.
That's her opinion. It's not affecting her job.
It's not going to affect her job. And honestly, like, it's things like that, and like things of people like all fucking It's disgusting. People, I actually did have it on my notes here because I showed Walker my notes, and holy fuck.
Yep.
So this is some of the things that people have said about the shooter.
Okay. Shooter Tyler Robinson, by the way. I don't know if he said his name yet.
No, he hasn't. He had a brilliant future. Let the kid go. He made one mistake. Why should we demonize him? He's clearly had a bright future ahead of him. He doesn't deserve to put in jail. No way this guy hit that shot. His life shouldn't be thrown away for a small mistake.
It's not a small mistake, though. So, like, even in the hours of the manhunt, they were saying, like, this was clearly premeditated. Like, all the clues and everything they've gathered, especially, like, these messages written on both shell casings and bullets, as well as on the side of the gun, indicate this was a premeditated plan. This isn't just a simple mistake. He was plotting to take out Charlie Kirk for a while. And murder is murder, especially when it's first degree and you've been thinking about it for a while.
So, if anything, because I want to say there's a lot of celebrities coming out, even Eminem.
Really? Okay.
Eminem is a huge liberal.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I do, yep, I know that.
He's a huge liberal. The first thing he said in his, I think, tweet on Twitter, I hate them, but no one deserved that.
Yeah.
So he's like saying he doesn't like conservatives because of the way his views are, but he's saying no one deserves to get taken out of that.
Especially when all he did was advocate freedom of speech. It was a family event. Yes, his wife and daughter were there, but there were multiple other families, children. It was supposed to be something that brought a community together, not as hate speech, but genuinely to promote good thoughts.
So, Metallica, a bunch of country singers, Jelly Roll, are all on tour. The day or day after he was shot, while they're playing, they all stopped and says, I want to take the time just for a moment to have a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk.
Yep.
No one clapped. No one said a word. There was complete silence over the crowd and everything. And yet again.
Yeah, the goosebumps. Yeah, because
goosebumps. And
people are understanding that this is not normal. This is deranged behavior, and it's becoming more common to, instead of have healthy debates, just go right to violence. And the fact that someone's so prominently kind in the way he debated things, the way he actually lived his life, is being targeted even though he's not some influential figure, means these are floodgates opening to all kinds of potential inappropriate radicalism. And that's what shakes more people up than anything else. That's why you see these celebrities responding this way.
And this is one that I had to say because I like him as a NASCAR driver. This is a NASCAR driver.
Yep.
This is Earnhardt Jr. To Charlie Kirk's shooter, you are a coward. You hid, fired, and run. Let his words, yet his words are louder than your bullet. You didn't silence him. You, what was that?
You only amplified him. Charlie's fight is our fight, and we will never back down.
That's from a famous person. These are famous people coming out.
Some of the biggest names in their careers, like Earnhardt. I don't know many NASCAR names. That is like one of the few that like I associate with NASCAR.
And so what I'm going to point out now. So someone pointed this out. Because when Black Lives Matter happened. All because of George Floyd. Okay. For me, I didn't care anything for it.
Okay.
So someone made a comment. Well, George Floyd had 2 kids, and Charlie Kirk called him a scumbag. For one.
I don't think I ever saw a clip where he called George Floyd a scumbag. Like,
one thing I want to point to this person.
Yeah.
I don't know if they know the podcast, but whatever. For one, yes, for a father to lose his life out or something, it's wrong all entirely.
Yep.
But the thing is that after George Floyd died, what happened, Walker?
It was a lot. BLM started getting a lot more movement. It was a lot more people getting on the fact that, okay, cops are bad. Like, it blew up. It was around COVID. You started seeing a lot more rioting. You started seeing a lot more protesting. There was positivity behind Black Lives Matter, where it's like, we're putting this to the surface. People should be aware there's still systematic racism to a certain extent.
But what was the one thing we always saw when Black Lives Matter was going on?
Riots, burning buildings, looting, like all kinds of inappropriate things.
Okay.
It's so people were using it as an excuse to do whatever the fuck they wanted.
So Black Lives Matter, yes, good intentions, but very, very bad outcome.
Because people who were more selfish were essentially misusing it and taking advantage of it in their own name. I remember there was a lot of streams on YouTube and like, watch this and like all proceeds will be donated. It was people literally just putting up 12-hour streams. Any money or revenue they made, they were pocketing. It never went to anything towards Black Lives Matter. It was people using that name for bad. And they were essentially taking George Floyd's name and using it to justify any of their actions. What happened to George Floyd? Awful. Yes, there was a lot of bad police brutality, and there's a lot of incidences of it that have been cracked down over the past few years, but policing has changed crazily because of it.
There's a lot of things that people don't know, though, is when that happened, he was overdosing at the time, and the cops didn't know.
Okay.
He was doing counterfeit money to sell things. So he was a criminal.
Yeah. He wasn't a murderer.
He wasn't a murderer.
He was like more petty crime, but at the same time, criminal activity.
Criminal activity. But yes, the way he went out, yes, it wasn't right. But the thing is, people don't understand is that that's how cops are.
Yes.
He was a risk.
He was a risk.
He was a risk, and also, what's that term they use for resisting arrest? Yes.
Yeah, just resisting arrest. Yeah.
So they have precautions put in. So yes, it's knee on the back.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't really watch the video, but the guy put his knee on his neck.
Yes. So
unfortunately,
cops get essentially a mixture of judo and jiu-jitsu training, where it's not punch, 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 kick, kick, kick. It's holds and positions to essentially subdue your enemy or use their body mass against them. And in that instance, the cop put it on his neck because he wanted to stop him from moving and kind of keep him quiet, which not appropriate. You should never do that.
Never do that.
Especially in...
You know what they did after Charlie Kirk died?
What?
There was video going around at the colleges and other colleges of people huddled in prayer circles.
So much more wholesome response, right?
There was no rioting. There was no looting. The only looting that happened was when he got shot from fucking scumbags. I will seriously say that right now.
Okay.
People were stealing hats. People were like legit doing stuff like that after the fact.
Yeah.
I do not have to do those people.
Okay.
But people were gathering around, praying for everybody. There's fucking marches in England, Australia, and all over the fucking world because of this happening.
A lot of these marches and protests were kind of beforehand, but the fact that this is now also happening in the States is supporting the movement of, no, the government is starting to get out of control with their subtle messaging. Like what it meant to have culture in westernized civilization has been taken away from us, and we've been told it's bad for all these different reasons.
So, and the thing is that the one thing Charlie always talked about is, I love this phrase. I want to put on a T-shirt. Once the conversation stops, that's when violence begins.
And it's
true.
It's so very true. I think it's also not a William Taft quote, but it essentially stems from World War, where it's like the second negotiations break down, that's when people start to fight. It's when people become too obsessed with their own version of reality that they are unwilling to compromise, and that unwillingness to compromise is what destroys unity as a human race, right?
And that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to keep the conversation going, and he was trying to keep freedom of speech going. And the one thing I will say, because I have it here, because I was trying to put everything Oh, I gotta show you that clip afterwards.
Okay.
It's the actual clip I was looking for.
All right.
Oh, so did you ever look at the video that Trump brought out?
I know he released a statement about Charlie Kirk's death.
Was it him?
No?
Nope. So I'm going to show Walker. I'm going to have it playing near the microphone to hear this. So this is some girl.
I think Trump's remarks in the White House was AI. I'm going to show you the glitch. I believe this is the reason why they're going to try and silence us on social media, because we do the investigative work and we share it.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah.
This is the Trump AI.
Charlie inspired
no, this is
millions,
100%
and tonight
the Trump AI.
all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror.
Yeah.
Charlie was a patriot.
Did you see that?
Devoted his life.
There was a blatant glitch, but I've seen this exact Trump AI before. Like, people have used it to make him say goofy, funny things. It's that exact scenario, or it's that exact layout, that exact outfit, that exact pose, and just slight movements of both the hand and the head as he leans back and forth. That is 100% an AI clip.
And but that's the thing. We are getting so far with AI. It's fucking. They can legit have Putin.
Yeah.
Coming on TV in the States saying, we're going to fucking bomb you tomorrow.
It's getting harder to tell. And, every once in a while, I'll see a clip and I'll watch through and it's that was weird. That doesn't feel real. Watch through it again. It's no, wait a minute. That's AI. I totally believed it the first watch through.
Oh, this is... The video I'm going to show you is that this is someone...
Getting down the timeline of events. Okay.
But look at the time of events.
Okay, 12:20, around lunch, he was shot. Yep. Oh, but he was reported 20 minutes. He was reported shot 20 minutes before being shot in Israel.
Yep.
So that's a fucking 6-hour time difference, and they're ahead of us.
Yep.
It's straight up impossible that they would have known.
Oh, and if you I'll do this right now. I'm gonna go to Amazon. Okay. I'm going to Amazon, everybody, on the podcast, and I'm gonna do this. The shooting of Charlie Kirk. Where is it? Did they take it down?
Was there a book?
Yes, there was a book. Ooh, I think they took it off.
Okay, so there's already paraphernalia regarding in remembrance of him that we're seeing here, but no.
They took it off.
So you saw a book about, when was this? Was this a few days ago? Or
I saw a video of it.
Mm-hmm.
This book was released a day before the shooting.
Jesus fuck, okay.
Published.
Mm-hmm. So it's gone through a whole editing process as well as a writing process.
But one thing that someone looked into it, it described everything what actually happened.
It's remarkable.
So I think they took it off.
Yep, it would make sense. The funnier thing is too, I've seen a few people talking about how the media is now trying to coordinate it and say it's video games causing violence again. They're bringing up that whole argument and trying to say it's nothing else but that, because one of the messages scribed onto the bullets, which were all pretty much jokes. One was a Helldiver's input. Which,
I saw that.
It was up, right, down, 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 or something like that. So it was one of the Eagle stratagem codes, which I don't think made very much sense. But the one bullet that he shot at Charlie Kirk, the one that hit, that shell casing actually had the words, "Eat this, fascist," scribed into the shell. Which, on top of a few other ones, which are literally just meme sentences, it seems like it's... Okay, this is it. Okay, the shooting of Charlie Kirk, but it's backdated.
Yeah, this is the book that they released the day before.
Wait, it was not published on Amazon by Anderson the day before shooting.
But people have.
And yet this book exists.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't published, the fact that it still exists, pretty well day of,
So
you're not going to write a whole fucking book and get it published.
So does that sound like something to you?
That sounds like a rather big coincidence.
I'm not going to put two to two together, but what I see is that another famous person wrote his own book, published it, and did exactly his plans. Like 5-10 years later.
Yep.
And he started World War II. See? And
there's
a book published with detail of what happened on the fucking 10th. The day before 9/11's anniversary, I fucking tell you.
Oh, God. And he wasn't killed on September 11th, was he?
He was killed on September 10th.
Oh, okay, so right before then.
Right before.
It feels like a bit of a coincidental statement there, too, especially... Oh, God.
There's a lot of shit going on.
It feels like there's a bunch of weird, subtle things lining up. I don't know.
So, I'm gonna play this video on here, and it's the video I was telling you about. Is this? No, not that one. This one. I like this one. Oh, go back. Go back to where it is.
Selling T-shirts celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. People taking pictures, smiling right after he got shot. There was another guy stealing hats. What are you doing? There's even people cheering the shooter like he's some sort of hero. Like taking the life of an innocent father and husband that you just happen to disagree with is worthy of murder. A society that applauds killers like Luigi Mangione or this guy or anyone else capable of doing this level of evil is a sick, demoralized society. The woke agenda has snatched the souls of so many people, and the effort that would be required to bring them back to reason may be insurmountable. I believe this energy may be better invested somewhere else. Whether you're on the right or on the left or in the middle, violence must be condemned. We can debate, we can agree, we can disagree, but we shake hands at the end, and that's how we can start coming together.
How do you feel about?
Yep, I believe every word of that. It's important that you gotta take every argument in stride and be able to actually talk about it.
So Vicky sent me this video, and it's fucking hilarious. This is a liberal coming out to saying this, and it's fucking hilarious because they're always about gun control.
They're trying to ban transgender people from bearing arms. Did you hear me? They are trying to take away our constitutional right.
What? Can you repeat that one for me? Your constitutional right to do what? I never thought in my life I would ever see liberals defending the Second Amendment. All we had to do was switch it around on them. We could say trans people can't fight crime, and within the day, there'll be a bunch of trans Batmans on the streets of Gotham being like, justice for my pronouns.
They're trying.
That's so ironic that all of a sudden he's just like, the irony is, I don't even need to talk about how ironic it is, because it's just so in-your-face fucking stupid.
You know what? I fucking hope that law gets passed.
Oh, God. I am all for how Canada kind of does it, where you need to complete, like, a full, like, semester worth course to get your gun license. Then there's, like, a very select number of guns that you can purchase at a consumer level.
But you also gotta think, our fucking gun guy in the parliament doesn't even know what the fucking laws are.
Oh, yeah, he's a fucking moron. He doesn't know what a gun... he doesn't know what most classes of guns include.
He wants all guns banned entirely, because he even has no fucking idea what's going on.
It's absolutely absurd how sometimes, like, the most uneducated people will try and speak out the loudest and say they know the most, yet it's more than obvious they have no fucking clue.
So, I find it funny that now, since they're trying to pass this law stating trans people, which they have every right to legit ban from because of all the fucking medication they're taking, that makes their brain go cuckoo, should not own a firearm, which is correct. They shouldn't. But they're going to use, that's my Second Amendment. So you're telling me that what you've been fighting Charlie on, which he's very... Because a buddy of mine at work, I will not say who it is because I'll let you know later after. He's like, he lived by the sword, die by the sword. I'm like, yeah, that's true. Like, yeah, he's very faithful and shit. And like, well, he can't really argue the fact that he got killed by a gun. I'm like, yeah, but I guarantee it, if he got shot at, like he has before, he would still say people are allowed for the Second Amendment to bear arms.
Yep.
Bear arms is to have it on you, not to use it to evoke violence.
Yes. There is a large difference between it, and it's unfortunate how much people will try and misconstrue it to support their own agenda.
And I legit told him, like, he would still fight for gun rights. Even though being fucking shot at.
Oh, that's it. Like, 100%. He was true to his convictions, and he was true to the fact that he supported why guns should be available versus what people were using them for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of conservative speakers, like, what's that chick's name? I forget what her name is, but Tucker Carlson.
Yep. Tucker Carlson, yeah, he's another big Fox guy, kind of conservative.
He got fired from Fox.
Really? Yep. Oh, yeah, he got fired a while ago, but still conservative.
Because he didn't want to fucking follow what the news was trying to tell him to do.
Yep.
Which is fucking good on you, buddy.
He wasn't going to be a shooter.
I have it on Steven Crowder.
Okay.
He's another one, but he is out there, but he's got some good points. I will say that. And yes, thing is, we are kind of conservative in this house, so like, don't fucking shoot me.
Yeah.
But I showed Walker a video. I will actually pull it up because I will just fucking pull it up because it's a really good fucking video that I showed you, and it fucking speaks louder than fucking words.
Yep.
And it's fucking horrendous. If I can find it. Here it is.
I've never had anyone expressly demand that I be put into prison for my speech before, but rather shockingly, Trump's former ambassador to Israel, David Friedman, is now suggesting that me and Tucker Carlson should be arrested and sent to prison. I'm not kidding. I'm going to show you a clip. It's unbelievable.
You're alluding to Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, I don't like any of these anti-Semites, but we can put them in jail. We can make their lives miserable. We can cut off their funding.
It's insane.
And, okay, I agree with Candace Owens here. It's insane that this very Jewish individual who also has to be very old, and also represents the nation of Israel in the States, is turning around and just blatantly calling these people who were conservatives, who were very much a part of the conservative voice until they started saying things that the overall party wasn't trying to do. Now they're being called anti-Semites, even though they've never had an outright anti-Semitic approach. I used to, and like I said, I've seen a decent amount of Charlie Kirk. I've seen a decent amount of Candace Owens. I've seen a decent amount of what Tucker Carlson talked about. There are people who genuinely talk about the facts and call out things that are kind of hidden or below the norm, where it's like, okay, this is what's actually happening. Why is this what's happening? And now all of a sudden they're being turned around and made to look like villains, especially in this tragic event.
So, the one thing that all of them have in common is that they are speaking against Israel. I told Walker before the podcast, near the end of the podcast, I was going to start saying this shit.
Yeah.
There was a video a couple years ago where I don't know the date, but a military guy was talking to Charlie Kirk about 9/11, the Holocaust, things happening now, because he served in the army, and he was fucking turning around and saying it's all Israel. They're controlling everything, and he's just putting all these points. Charlie was trying to back it up with facts of the knowledge he had.
Oh, a lot of them would talk about the American funding that was going into Israel. The fact that we were dedicating a lot of troops and military to Israel for no other reason other than to continue escalating what was a small inter-country conflict.
So, 48 hours before Charlie Kirk got assassinated, he pointed out that you can look this on his fucking page, and YouTube clips, and fucking short clips, and Instagram clips. He called out Israel. There was a video I showed you of him like, oh, I gotta say this properly.
Yeah.
Because you want to say it carefully, too.
That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to speak the truth without outright fucking,
and he
provoking people, it seems.
He didn't give a shit anymore. He flat out told Ben Shapiro, you Jews in Israel are the big funders of all American politics.
Yep.
Why is it that we are getting funded by these people where they're putting Israel first and not America?
Mm-hmm. It's back ass words, I'll say that much.
So, this is the thing. Somebody I was watching that freedom of speech comes at a cost.
Yep.
You can say what you want, but there are consequences.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing about freedom of speech. One thing I want to say is that I don't hate people. Well, I hate everybody equally. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But thing is like I will never talk down to somebody unless they piss me off entirely.
Yeah.
But I will never back down. I will never talk down to somebody. I would never disrespect anybody.
You're going to come into any and most interactions with a note of respect, with a note of we are both humans.
And if you respect me, I'll respect you. But if you treat me like a piece of shit, you can go fuck yourself.
Exactly.
But the fact is that I truly believe, as a person, this was an inside job.
There's something more going on. You don't get a whole nother premeditated assassination with steps and like a bunch of weird manifesto type actions behind the scenes.
And the thing is, Charlie Kirk pointed out the deep state as well.
Mm-hmm.
He was discovering the truth.
Yep.
He was discovering what was actually going on, and he was letting the people know. And guess what? Guess who doesn't like the people knowing what's going on?
Oh, big government, big bank.
people who are actually running this world.
Yep.
Do you think the United States government's running the world? No. Do you think Canada's running the fucking world?
Oh, God, no.
No. Do you think China's running the world? No. They probably have a big influence.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what people don't understand, like, China's communist, though.
Yep.
The States is fucking capitalism.
Yep.
I think Canada's capitalism?
Canada is capitalist, but we're closer to socialist, but that is drastically changing.
Like, there's a lot of countries that we think that are controlling the world,
mm-hmm.
but those like us know the truth that the politicians in office and in government are just fucking puppets
mm-hmm.
getting controlled. But there's a few people.
They're dancing to the tune of bribes. They're dancing to the tune of their own handouts.
This is why I think Donald Trump got someone's hand up his ass.
Yes.
Because from his first term, he was all for the states.
Mm-hmm.
Second term, we're going to do all this for, dare I say it, Israel.
Mm-hmm.
I get helping out other countries. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna say they started it or whatever. There's been a war going on for fucking generations.
Yep.
There's wars going on in generations in different places.
Yep.
But the thing is that there's no people. This is the one thing that I don't get is that, okay, if NATO is supposed to do their fucking job,
mm-hmm.
they say, hey, you're fucking killing people. Well, why? Why are you doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have the need to invade this country? Okay, if NATO's supposed to jump in, why aren't they jumping in right now?
Yeah, there's a lot of, we definitely talked about the whole Palestine-Israel issue before, but it's disproportionate the way that people are jumping in on a radicalist terrorist attack on Israel compared to all these other terrorist attacks going on in Europe, going on in Paris, going on in places that aren't Israel. The fact that there's destabilization in all these countries and they're choosing to support Israel of all of them is the weirdest part.
There's two countries that I know right now that are not.
Yeah.
That's Russia and North Korea.
Yeah, good on them, I guess.
North Korea legit turned around and he said it to his fucking people. If Israel does not stop doing their shit, we will fucking bomb them.
Yep. It's very radical, but at a certain point, it's why should we get involved if not to protect ourselves?
Yeah. And the thing is that's the thing. He was. I think Charlie Kirk was realizing what was actually going on,
mm-hmm.
and he was finding out the truth. And they don't like it when people find the truth.
Mm-hmm.
They want to silence people that find the truth.
Yep.
And that's the sad thing. It happened to JFK.
Mm-hmm.
It happened to Martin Luther King. It happened to Malcolm X.
Yep.
And now Charlie Kirk. That's 4 fucking guys that wants freedom of speech, that wants everybody to like basically like each other and like live together and prosper.
Yep.
Those are guys that legit wanted the conversation to keep going. And it just fucking floors me that no one ever stops and think, okay, that's the thing. No one wants, the deep state does not want peace.
No. If there's conflict, they can profit off of it. If there's conflict, it means peasants are dying.
It's all part of the plan.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, Charlie's big thing is that he legit came out and said, he said it himself, he would rather go into a amount of fucking debt to have a big family.
Yep.
He is a family guy. He is basically Family Guy. He wanted kids. He wanted the fucking value. Like, his big thing was inflation and everything going up has cost what was going on in the very beginning of human society, of the men going to work, the women staying home and raising their kids, and a man being able to legit fucking support everybody.
Yep.
That was the family life.
Mm-hmm.
You were able to like buy a house. You were able to afford groceries. You were able to have fucking 4 kids.
Yep.
And then often have them all go to college.
Yep.
On one fucking income.
Mm-hmm.
But Charlie made it clear that like, no, now we are living in a society where fucking prices are sky high, inflation's fucking out of the fucking ballpark, and we are having random people raise our kids for us because we have to fucking live and work our asses off to fucking make sure we're afloat.
Yeah.
And it's fucking pathetic.
Mm-hmm. It's the world has changed a lot, and the fact that this is becoming more of the norm is scary. So we've been running a little long, but I think we've definitely said at least a good amount of our piece. So, like, guys, keep looking, research yourselves, make sure you're not kept in the dark. Do what you can to think for yourself.
And, like, the thing I always say is make sure you have respect for everybody you meet, regardless of who the other person is.
Yep.
Because you have no idea what they're going through.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, before we sign off, the one thing I want to point out is that there's a lot of people coming out now saying Charlie Kirk has legit touched them in way, not like as a soul thing.
Okay, yeah.
Like that
they've connected with.
They connected with him, and
yeah.
there was I saw a video of a guy saying, "Oh, I was gay for 6 years, and then when I saw Charlie Kirk, he gave me the path to Jesus Christ, and I am full blown Jesus Christ now. Like, I believe in that. I'm not gay anymore." And Charlie Kirk, congratulations, he asked him, he legit asked him this question, like, do you still have those temptations? Are you still attracted to men? He's like, those are battles I have to deal with every day.
Yeah.
But I put my life in God, and they steer me clear.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another woman that like legit did the exact same thing, and she blesses him.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy legit influenced and reached people's basically
people who might have been kind of stone set in their ways to actually help influence, a way to think for themselves and maybe say, okay, why am I doing this thing? What could be better? Yeah.
And the one thing he really liked and brought him joy is when people came to him and say, because of you, I found Christ.
Okay.
And that's what really brought him together. And the one thing I will leave before we sign off is that a couple months ago, he legit had a podcast. And the podcast was like, what do you want people to remember you as?
Mm-hmm.
And he legit straightly said, I want people to remember me as a person who was deeply involved with my faith.
Mm-hmm.
So regarding that, Walker, I'm going to leave this one off.
Alrighty, yeah. In these trying times, do your best to stay enlightened and stay frosty.
Staring down, Moon and the Cat's the biggest pussy in town.